as more than 2,000 American soldiers and sailors lay dead among the burned ruins of Pearl Harbor's battleships, planes, and airfields. President Franklin Roosevelt knew there could be but one response.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan.
Less than 24 hours after the attack on Pearl Harbor, President Roosevelt addressed a joint session of Congress, an impassioned oratorical display that demanded a declaration of war against Japan.
No matter how long it may take us to overcome this premeditated invasion, the American people in their righteous might will win through to absolute victory.
Within an hour of the speech, Roosevelt had his declaration of war.
The President's signature speeds our total defense, energies, and resources to all-out victory.
3 days later, Germany and Italy declared war on the United States. America immediately responded and declared war on Germany and Italy. Across the country, young men raced to recruiting stations, while civilian defense efforts kicked off in every town and city. Everyone readied for the sacrifices that would soon accompany total war.
Hollywood's most famous movie stars leave the film capital to help the government sell war bonds. Irene Dunn, Ronald Colman, Hedy Lamarr, Greer Garson, all part of a contingent of some 50 screen celebrities giving their time and talents to aid the national war effort.
The home front would witness a rapid transformation. Hollywood became a major propaganda arm, driving the culture, producing piles of movies promoting the war effort.
Don't kid yourself. The doc says I'm in perfect shape.
That's the stuff, Harry. Stick around. I'll be right with you.
You mean you're joining up?
Well, sure. They can't keep me out now. Next!
Meanwhile, the labor force welcomed all able-bodied workers, most significantly women, famously represented by Rosie the Riveter.
Hands starting machines, hands pulling levers, hands grimy with oil and grease, hands doing intricate jobs, hands working for America. Women's hands. From machining to shipping, women have so efficiently played the dominant role in making this turbo supercharger that American aviators today are able to fly higher and faster than their enemies. These girls are proud to have a share in making possible aircraft performance unequaled anywhere in the world.
By early 1942, the United States implemented a rationing system, everything from rubber to gasoline, butter and bread.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is a horrifying fact that waste, sheer, needless, unforgivable waste, accounts each week for more than 2 million loaves of bread. Bread that is ammunition as vital as bullets in this war.
Leisure time was slashed dramatically as well. Hardly an ounce of effort was spared for the battles that raged in Europe and the Pacific.
We are now in this war. We're all in it, all the way. Every single man, woman, and child is a partner in the most tremendous undertaking of our American history.
But not all Americans would join in that partnership. While the war effort at home witnessed plenty of courageous sacrifice, it also produced one of the country's more regrettable episodes, the internment of Japanese Americans.
When the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, our west coast became a potential combat zone. Living in that zone were more than 100,000 persons of Japanese ancestry, 2/3 of them American citizens, 1/3 aliens. We knew that some among them were potentially dangerous.
In the earliest days of World War II, President Roosevelt signed an executive order forcing all people of Japanese ancestry to evacuate the West Coast and relocate to one of 10 internment camps for the remainder of the war. On December 8, 1941, the United States joined a war that by nature would take its ugly turns, but ultimately severed a gruesome evil. 4 long years later, life in America and around the world would never be the same. And the reverberations of that struggle, fought almost universally, still stretch into the lives we live today. A transformative chapter, rarely seen in history.